up? What is up, y'all? How are you guys? I mean, I guess I could kind of turn this off low key. Or maybe if I did stick with white. No, I don't know. I feel like white is this is not. We can do pink maybe? Yeah, maybe pink. Or blue. 'Cause I guess it does match like my chair. What is up? What is up? What is up, y'all? How are y'all today? I'm super happy to be up here with y'all soon. Some of y'all are gonna end up joining in a little bit late. That's all right. Let me go make sure my other phone. I got this opened right quick. Damn, this phone is dying too, bro. But how are y'all today? I'm currently just trying to think a little bit about what I plan for my next new or leveling up series to be. Because at first I felt like I had the idea, but then when I was kind of thinking about it, I'm like, I don't know. So I'm a little bit iffy between two different ideas, and I guess we're just gonna end up seeing how it goes. I'm a little bit nervous. But hopefully we end up finding a pretty much a good idea. Is one of the bigger things that I could think of. Let me just real quick see if I could put a question on the screen that I think would be lit. Hmm. I think something I could do on the screen is this. What is your biggest goal right now? So everybody that joined, y'all could say what it is. I feel like for me currently, of course, it's the court two. We're about to take it, brother, and I just ended up grinding my ass off today, y'all. I took a good amount of notes, and I even ended up retaking a. I think I took previous notes for like the previous keyword thing that I was doing a couple days ago. So I finished those notes and then I ended up retaking an exam that I took a couple months back, passed with technically a 91, but they played me low key because the thing is that I'm the type of person where before I pick an answer, I like to kind of make sure if my answer is correct. So I'll like check, but I wouldn't change it, but I'll just check. And they played me because they made me think something else was the answer. So I was like, whatever. And then yeah, I don't know. It was just a bunch of shit. So I technically would say I got like a 93, but whatever, or a 95 or something like that. I forgot what it was. But still, I ended up passing with a 90, so that was really good. And I believe from there, I think that might have just been it. Yeah, no, oh no. Then from there, I decided to break it down, try to find a couple of the keywords. You said hi, what is up? What is up? Try to break it down, find more of the keywords. I took down all my notes. I think I only have like three more sections left to write down, which should honestly just go by super quickly. Um, so I'm very excited about that. And so we kind of already broke down, I think at this point, three exams, meaning we have three more exams left. And so I have these next 2 days off, so I should easily be able to do this for all three of the exams. And then from there, we just start studying a couple PBQs and we go for that core two, baby. So probably getting my CCNP security. I pray that you do, man. I pray that you do. 100%. Biggest goal. Mine's is the core two. You said watching from South Africa, Cape Town. Hey, that's super fire, brother. Wow. I love that. I love when people are watching from just different areas of the world, bro. So where do you work, twin? I do work in a government job. I don't like to say exactly what the job is because you never know who's watching, you never know who's hating, or just if someone from the current job is watching, they're just waiting for you to slip up. But it is a nice, simple like government job. Said, "Hey, what is up, man? What is up?" But yeah, so with that current job, I'm super excited though, because now I'm finally working 5 days out this damn week instead of 6 days, so it's really good. And I feel like I could breathe a little bit more and focus on a lot of the things I want to focus on. So finishing this degree while pregnant, hey, hopefully you can do it, bro. I guess a girl. I said bro, but you know what I'm saying. But hopefully you could do it, man. I pray that you could. Said I want an international friend. Hey, that's dope. You can come here, brother. Said, same, nice. Not get back in the fish tank. That's crazy work. Hold on, that's actually a really good one. I'm not gonna lie, my friend did one of the funniest jokes one time, and I wish he said that because that would have made me lose it. But it was because one day he was just talking to me. He was like, I think he said something like, "Oh, I wish I could do the noise." But you know how you can make like the fish noise when you do like that. But he was so good at making that noise, and he was like, "Yeah, the bitch." I was like, "Damn!" I'm like, "How you gonna do me like that?" Like, damn, that shit was crazy. Said, "Bro, is universal." I said, "Am I late?" No, you were not late. That just started 5 minutes ago. So what, not what even are you? I don't know what you mean by that. So can I ask you something, please? Go ahead, ask the question away. She said, some BS with a beanie. Hey, stop playing, brother. I know you like this beanie now. Said to score more than C Ronaldo. Hey, hello, Aiden. Said who will win in a fight or in a night of championship for triple threat match for WWE Championship, the WWE champion Cody Rhodes versus Gunther, Sami Zayn, who will win. I hope it's Cody Rhodes. And simply because, Gunther is a good champion. I wouldn't mind if it was him. Sami Zayn, I don't know. I feel like I never really seen him in that picture. I don't see him winning. If he did win, crazy. But I just feel like Cody Rhodes, I feel like in the current moment, I love what he embodies. I feel like he should lose it to somebody else. I think that's it. What's up, Aiden? But I do have a feeling, I don't know, he might lose it to Gunther there. Said, oh, not baby. So you pregnant, not me. You said who will win in? Oh, I already answered that. You asked me like 3 times. How are you? I am great. How are you, my guy? So you watch WWE? Not consistently, but I do like I'm in tune. Like I know who these wrestlers are. But I don't watch it consistently because I feel like it like I love WWE. I love it. I love all the superstars. I love everything. But I feel like it kind of is going down a lane that isn't too interesting to me. But then again, maybe it could have just been a little bit more interesting because I was like a kid. Sometimes I can get hooked, sometimes I can't. Like I just recently, I think as of this year, I actually went front row to a live WWE show. Like it was a live Raw. Like literally if you guys go on Netflix and find whatever episode it is, like I'm on there. 'Cause I was front row, like on the entrance. I got to touch a couple of the wrestlers. Like I think I got the fist bump Jimmy Uso. I believe I got to dap up CM Punk. I'm trying to think who else was there that like I was really like shocked. I think not Io Sky. Who was the other one? Actually, was it Io Sky? I don't know, but there was one of the girls that I got to like smack their hand. Like I was so lit. So take that lipstick off. I don't got no damn lipstick, but thank you. You trying to say my lips are pink or something? Like what you trying to say about that? So when were you born? 2003. Said how you doing today, Queen? What we doing today, beautiful? Honestly, we're just gonna be talking a little bit about content and how it's difficult and how I want to be able to prepare some of you guys if you guys are gonna come into the world of content creation. But not only just about the difficulty, but the beauty of it as well. Said I watch it. It's been real bad lately though. No, that's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. Said hello, what is up? Said how old are you then? I am 22, about to be 23. Says may you please give me an advice. What type of advice? Say from you're from Ukraine. What type of advice would you like? You said have you got any sort of can or I don't know what you're talking about, brother. Not remove the cap. Y'all can end up seeing the cap removed. I believe it's the last 7 streams ago. Y'all can end up checking that out. Oh, not Trevor Noah trans version. I'm not even trans. Smash destroyed now. So Jesus loves you. Amen. Hallelujah. I agree, brother. God got me. Stop playing. So hope you get big one day, twin. Hopefully. Hopefully. If it ever happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So do you remember me? Yes, I do remember you, Baka. I now remember you. Hello, man. You said you're so beautiful and I like your kind. You said, are you a boy? You said aliens are coming soon. The aliens are already here. I mean, look at me. What do you think I am? Actually, let me stop before people actually start taking that seriously. Sincerely, said phew. Yes, I do remember you, Baka. I remember you. I realize I gotta stop drawing eyeballs because it probably comes off like evil, but that's like the one thing I can draw. I don't know why. But what's up, everybody? Today I want to talk to y'all about something that I've been thinking a lot about. And honestly, I don't think enough people talk about it, right? Nobody talks about how hard it is to actually grow on YouTube. I think getting monetized on YouTube is pretty simple, like not easy, but it's simple. Granted, I think the percentage of people who do try to get monetized is pretty high, and the ones that don't get monetized, it's high, right? But I feel like to an extent with getting monetized, it really does just come down to consistency. And that's simply just for monetization. But when it comes to already getting monetized, nobody talks about how difficult it is from there to either make any type of significant money or to just grow the channel at all. And I'm not saying YouTube is harder than like working construction or being a nurse or an everyday job. But what I'm saying is that YouTube is hard in a completely different way that people don't even know. Because when you do go to work, at the end of the day, you know you're getting paid. You're going there for a stable paycheck. What is up, Yuli? You're going there for a stable paycheck, right? You know why you're there and you know what success would look like in that company. But with YouTube, you can work for 6 months and still not know what you're doing or still not know if anything is working. And that's where it could be difficult. And so I feel like I see why some content creators can say or will say, like, oh, content creation is a lot harder. But it's not harder in that sense. It's more harder because they're having to constantly come up with new ideas that are going to keep you intrigued, and if they don't hit that exact view count every month, they're not going to be making the big money you think they're making. So it's like they have to really put in that work daily, and all their money comes down to being creative. While with working a regular 9 to 5, it's kind of just coming down to you showing up and doing the job. With YouTube, it's like you can't just come record a video and think you're gonna get 10K off of it. You need to really put in hella work. Because when I first started making videos, I thought it was simple. And granted, getting monetized was, right? You just make videos, you stay consistent, you get views, you start to grow. But that's not how it works past that. I quickly realized that consistency isn't enough. And that's probably one of the biggest lessons YouTube has taught me. And I know a lot of people mention consistency. I think it's definitely needed, but it's not enough. Because I used to think if I uploaded enough videos, eventually everything would just figure itself out. But then I started to realize something. There are people who upload every day and just don't grow. And there are people who upload once a week and they explode. So clearly something else is happening. Right? And that's when I started to pay attention, started studying titles, thumbnails, retention. Retention is huge, y'all. Studying retention, why people click and why people leave is huge. Because the reality is, people don't reward effort, they reward value. And that was a hard lesson for me because there were videos I spent hours on that nobody watched. Let me go real quick, read a couple of comments because y'all was commenting up. I don't want to miss anybody. Say sort of slim, is your body type like this? Said I wish Clark was here. Yes, definitely miss Clark, man. Said so when you break your leg, gravy will come out. Says, do your family know about your sexuality? Yes, they do. Says Keith, happy birthday, Ethan. Happy birthday, Ethan. Happy birthday. So today's my birthday. What's up? Happy birthday, Seb, as well. Oh, sorry. Seb is the one. Okay, Seb, you said Ethan. So you're Ethan. My fault. My fault, my guy. I thought that was somebody else. I was like, oh, somebody else's birthday here too. Oh, Baka is saying his birthday's today, but I don't know Baka. I don't know if your birthday's really today. But happy birthday, y'all. Happy birthday. I don't know. W for Clark. Facts. Because so those videos I spent hours on that nobody watched, but then there was videos I didn't really do anything for, but then the views were a lot better. So it made me realize YouTube doesn't really care how hard you work, it only cares about if people are interested. And now that sounds harsh, but honestly the lesson applies to life too. A lot of us think effort guarantees results. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you have to get better or you have to adapt. Or you have to change your approach, right? And YouTube forces you to kind of learn that. One thing I think people massively underestimate is the mental side of being a creator. People think the hard part is recording or editing or thumbnails. Yes, I basically write down my notes. So, but no. The hard part is continuing after a bad week. The hard part is continuing after a bad month. The hard part is continuing when you genuinely don't know if anything is working. Because there's no boss telling you good job, right? There's no promotion, there's no yearly review. Most of the time, you're completely on your own, and honestly, that's why I think most creators tend to quit. Not because they're lazy, but because they're tired. There's a huge difference. A lot of people are balancing work, school, bills, relationships, and life, then trying to build something after all of that, and eventually, they'll be exhausted. So, let me read a couple of comments here. Said, what is the best way to build social skills? I don't know. I think to build the best way to build social skills is kind of just to go out there and start speaking to people. I feel like if you start with one thing, such as let's say you're going to work and there's people walking past you, just start with a good morning or good afternoon, right? Just force yourself to speak to everybody who walks by. Of course, there's going to be some people who ignore you and probably don't say anything. But then eventually there's gonna be people who do say stuff, and there might even be people who just start communicating with you, and you kind of just go with the flow. Um, So I think that probably is the best thing to do is start small. And when you kind of break through that barrier of not caring whether someone's going to respond or not, um eventually it's going to be able to grow from there, to be honest. So you articulate yourself well. Thank you. I mean, well, I did write this down. Like I wrote it down in notes, pretty much. Like it's my notes on what I think currently about content. So why do people scream when they see your face? So I'm back. Sorry. Not how do you become Diddy? That's crazy work. You said I could never. So how do I make my parents proud? Honestly, I don't know. Try to get better every single day, 1% at a time. So can y'all say happy early birthday, please? Happy early birthday, Baka. So have you ever snuck out of the house? No, I have not. I was too scared. I respected my parents too much. I respected them too much. I respected that it would have been wrong for me to do it. I felt that deep down, so I just never did it. So honestly, there are probably a lot of people who feel just as awkward as you do when talking to random people. No facts. I agree because I definitely feel awkward when I talk to people or random people. So how do I make that guy's parents unproud? So what did you realize you were a bot? I don't know if you're talking about somebody else. So how's your summer? How's my summer doing? Well, I mean, I wish I had a summer. To me, this is just a regular damn day, to be honest, because I'm literally still going to work. So I wish I had a summer, bro. But since I'm still going to work, I don't really do much outside of work like that. Like, I mean, I think I went to like my aunt's party, and then I just went out to eat today. But it's the same stuff that I've been doing. You said AI. This is AI. How is it AI? Do I look AI? I don't know. I said I might sneak out today. Damn. Nah, don't sneak out, man. Do not sneak out. It's all good. Just stay home. Stay home. So you're a beautiful girl. Thank you. Said, hey, I'm not sure I should be here. I'm going to jail. Well, see you later, bro. So do you know any other streamers? No, I do not actually. I actually do not know any other streamers. I I just realized my earring fell out my ear. Damn. So I just had that one in and not that one. Said I don't want to stay home. I know, but I mean, at the end of the day, we should be abiding by our parents, man. If they say that we can't leave, we can't leave. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. Let me go real quick. And thank you, by the way, for checking out my last YouTube video. Y'all actually were really goaded with that one. I did put a good amount of time into that, so I was really happy about that. We're gonna continue this though. Said, you bold. I don't know if you're talking about me or am I bold? What you mean? So, but what if I did? I mean, at the end of the day, you can make your own choices. If that's what you want to do, that's what you could do. So my goal is to own a house. Oh yes, I do like that goal. I do 100% like that goal. That is a really good one. But there's a huge difference, for people who have to balance work, school, bills, relationships, and life, which is why I actually respect small creators a lot because I know how hard it is. I know what it's like uploading videos and nobody watches it. I know what it's like wondering if you're wasting your time. And I'm a small creator, by the way, as well. But I know what it's like looking at analytics every 5 minutes. I know what it's like hoping that this video is finally the one, right? And honestly, I think that's why I enjoy talking about YouTube because I'm still in the middle of it. I'm not necessarily I'm not a big YouTuber. I don't even have I'm literally one of the probably the smallest fucking YouTubers that there are out there. And that's why I love to talk about it because we're not like up here yet. And I feel like it's just super interesting to kind of see where my mindset was beforehand and then kind of see a little bit where my mindset will be later. Because since I'm still in the middle of it, I'm not some giant creator. I'm still figuring things out. I'm still learning. I still make mistakes. And I think that's why a lot of people relate to it because most people watching aren't huge creators either. Most of you people are trying to build something, or maybe some of y'all don't really care about making YouTube content. But a business or a skill or a career, we're all still trying to figure something out. And one thing I've learned over the year is this: progress usually happens slower than you want, but faster than you realize. Because when you're looking day to day, it feels like nothing is changing. Then you look back 6 months later, maybe even a year, suddenly you realize you're a completely different person. And that's actually how I feel about the channel. The views aren't where I want them, the subscribers aren't where I want them, the income, of course, is well, I really don't mind about the income, but the income is where it's at. But when I compare myself to where I started, I wasn't even close to here. That's why I keep going because growth is easier to look backwards than looking forward. And I think that's true for almost everything in life, whether it's YouTube, learning skills, school, fitness, or your career. Most people because they don't see progress fast enough, but progress is usually happening before you can see it. And I think that's probably the biggest lesson YouTube has taught me so far. So I just want to get a little bit into that topic. Um, Let me go read a little bit of what you guys were saying previously. Said for Rick from Rick and Morty said, I'll tell you if I do. Says, do you have a goal of finding a man or having a family? I do have a goal of having a family. Said, I can see hair on your face. I do not have hair on my face, brother. That's crazy work. Said, I'm gonna read that. Said Foxy edits. Said YouTube is opportunity to make money. That is true. There is endless opportunity to make a lot of money. You know, if you see those YouTubers that make like 1 million views per video, I want y'all to put this in perspective. If their RPM is $10, which it could be either less or more, but $10 of course makes this a lot easier. Let's say if you hit 1 million views off of just that video, or let's say you get those views within that month, you would be making $10,000 just that month alone. And I know y'all know YouTubers who hit that amount of views in just one video, or either hit even more than that in just one video. Like it's crazy the amount of money that YouTubers do end up making. So even if you break it down a little bit more, let's say someone gets 100,000 views for the month or just for one video, that's $1,000 just off of that video or for that month. Um, so it's insane because just the other day I was kind of reviewing another person's channel, and he basically was getting like, I think from like 100,000, like averaging 100,000, almost 400,000 views per video. And by the end of the month, we calculated it to him basically making $30,000 just off of the month. And it's just insane, like genuinely. If you have like a popping YouTube channel, how much money you could literally make off of it. Um it's just crazy. It's fucking crazy. But people don't understand that though, because no one really breaks down the amount of income on YouTube. I feel like if people knew that, I think a lot more people would at least try. So the meaning of life is not a predetermined answer, but rather an individual path that each of us discovers or creates anew. Said I'm back and famous. Hey, he said, geez, what's as great job you've been. I don't even know what the hell you just wrote. He said YouTube is a second opinion to become um our option, I think. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Famous in a different way. Said hello, what's happening? Not too much, brother. Said to make a mark in the world. Said I'm not sure if you can get a hold of me and see if I can get a hold of you and see if you can get a phone appointment or a ride. I don't even know what you're saying, brother. Said blah blah. So technically everyone has hair on their face and eyebrow. Oh, I mean, I guess unless they're talking about, if y'all talking about my eyebrows. So not that I look like a drug dealer. Look at you. I look like a drug dealer for real. I listen. I guess I'm not mad at that. I don't. I mean, I'm not trying to, but if that's what it looks like, shoot. I don't know. So can you sing Chicago by Michael Jackson? I actually don't even know that song. Is that what my shirt is? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, bro, please don't tell me that's what my shirt is about. I had no clue. So holy crap. But oh yeah, man, so that was pretty much all I really wanted to get into, is just a little bit of that topic of content creation. If y'all have any questions though, y'all can definitely go and ask away. Right? So I asked for what your guys' biggest goal was. So I'm going to try and think. You said a hard question mark. Definitely, I do believe that there is some difficulty to it. I think some people, of course, they found it to probably be a little bit or a lot more easier than other content creators. So but I definitely, but what I mean by hard though is not in the sense of hard, like I don't know how to explain it. I feel like what I'm trying to kind of get at is that with content creation, the only way, if you are trying to make it like an income, is like everything would revolve around how much views you're getting for that month, and you would really have to bust your ass to get that amount of views if you're trying to, let's say, pull in 5K a month. That would be around 500,000 views if you're doing long form, and that's if you have a $10 RPM. So it's a little bit like you know what I'm saying? Like it'll be crazy. But I think for some people they definitely have found the trick, right? They found what works. And it really just depends. What I currently notice though with content creation is that a lot of people surround their content around either negativity or like maybe they have there's no integrity there, or it's kind of a little bit immoral. And that's just something I'm not willing to do, but if you did do that and you chased curiosity, tension, and attention, because attention is huge, but you kind of do all of that and of course package it right. I could see how people could easily blow up, but it's kind of like it depends on what you are willing to do to get there. But I just don't think sometimes it's not worth it, right? There's content creators who do crazy shit to go viral, and then they're not even viral anymore. So what? They did that for 20,000 bucks and that was that? Like I know some people were willing to do it, but it's just currently not something I would be willing to do. I think I like to make my content, a little bit more surrounded around more positive things, and I know it's going to take a lot longer, but I would prefer to be positive or at least pursue this and knowing that I tried to surround it around positivity, than to be like, you know what, I gave in and decided to be negative. Not saying everybody has to do it though. Some people, they could blow up off of YouTube Shorts, or they could just blow up in different ways. It doesn't even have to be like that. You said which one do I know? I think I know Mirror, Beat It. I don't remember like names of the songs. Said, tell me, said, you're hello to all. Hello, Steven. So you believe in a talking dead man? I don't know what that means. Said, Mass, you know what today again? I don't know what that means either. Said, Mr. B Speed. So try finding, you said, my goal is to get a Stark Varg e-bike. Ooh. So from France, where are you from? I'm from the USA. Hopefully you can end up getting one, my guy. Let me go and see if I could put, oh, that was going to be the question. What motivates you? Right? I think what currently motivates me in my moment, in the moment, sorry, is for my future children. I don't have kids right now, but I feel like I would love to have a story to tell, and I would love to give them a good life. I would want to prepare, to have these future kids. I would really like to have two, so I want to make sure that my life is kind of ready for two kids. I don't want to throw two kids on my life and kind of force myself to have to like mend it. Like it just wouldn't work right now. Right now, for one, I'm just already too busy trying to study. I know if I have kids, studying is gonna have to be a little bit on the back burner. I'm probably gonna have to focus more just on work, and that wouldn't really work for me now. That would not really work for me now. So I feel like I would really want to. Oh, my fault, y'all. I accidentally knocked y'all over. Y'all was going down for a second. But how are you guys today? What motivates you, y'all? Make sure you guys end up hitting that like button. By the way, it's not too hard. Just double tap the screen, like it up. Share the stream if y'all could. That would be super amazing. So, do you have an electric bike or scooter? No, I do not. So, I have 20 children by one woman. They're all grown up and graduated. Fire. So no one in the back alley will hire you? That's crazy. I don't even think I personally do not want to get hired in the back alley. I don't think that's where I want to get hired. In all honesty, that might not be the wave. That may have excited me, to be honest. I think I'm happy that that won't happen. But yeah, y'all, so today I ended up doing that deep study and I kind of broke down around 3 exams now. So I only have 3 more left to kind of break down and then from there study the PBQs. I'm hoping I can just tomorrow, I'm hoping I could finish the next 3 exams notes. And then the next day, I'm hoping that's when I can kind of get my hands on some PBQs. So I think that would be good and great. And I just can't wait, bro. I cannot wait. Like we're literally almost right there to taking this core two, and then eventually we can level up this topic for the next 2-ish, 3-ish months, which is gonna be great. And we're gonna be pursuing basically another skill or pursuing another thing, and it's gonna go insane, my guy. Like I'm so excited uh for everything to just do well, man. I am so excited. You said life. I motivate myself. Hey, said he's back. I don't know who he was talking about. Said his bro bald. Nope, I got some hair. Oh my goodness. He said, um, you said, wow, you're terrible to troll by. I was gonna say, I don't let it get to me. I said, my teacher slash sensei motivates me when I am tired or tried for my self defense class and I did not want to do it, but he stopped me and I heard his words and I pushed past my limits. Oh, that's dope, bro. That is dope. I'm proud of you, man. I am proud of you. Thank y'all for tuning into these streams, man. I cannot wait to end up just getting into like all of this craziness, all of this good stuff. Uh Sorry. I was trying to type something on this laptop right quick. So thank you so much. You're welcome. I don't remember what I said. Oh yes, thank you so much. You're welcome, my guy. What is up, Angad? How are you? But let me continue this just a little bit more because for me, YouTube has never been my full time job, and I don't think it would be something that I would want it to be. Because I feel like something a lot of small creators do tend to do is that when they do end up getting a significant amount of income through content creation, um they tend to like try to either quit their main job and try to go fully all in on content. But the thing is with content creation, it's like your income literally relies on the views. So if you're not getting or pulling in a certain amount of views, it could probably drive new content creators insane because they're gonna be like, oh my goodness, like I made $10,000 this month, I need to make it again, or I can't go back to making $100 a month, and it starts to become like a really negative like thought process. And so that actually showed me, when you see YouTubers who come on YouTube and they start talking, negative or possibly talking about how they may be like sad about the way life is going. Something I always notice is that if you check their views are down. And I'm like, whoa, like, because they'll be saying like, oh, like things are going on in my life, and then you start checking their views, and you're like, oh no, their money is down. That's why. That's why they're feeling sad. That's why they're trying to and you can also even notice it with some content creators where they start trying to switch up their topics like so often, and you're just like, oh, like you could tell when they're feeding for money, and it kind of changes your perspective on some content creators a little bit because like I do get it, right? Like if you're making an income off of YouTube and you're relying off of it, I definitely understand you being upset about things being down. But I feel like at the end of the day, content creation, it kind of comes off like you feel entitled to the view. You know what I mean? Or you will do anything for the views. And it's just like I feel like that's where it kind of comes like, damn, like you're doing too much a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's and I get it, man, because some people rely on it. But that's why I always try to, or something I would want to tell small creators is like, if you do blow up off of it, don't allow the content to be don't allow the content to be exactly the only thing you rely on for income, no matter what. Like even if you're making good money for the next 3 years, like have something on the side. It doesn't need to be like a job, like you could study for something. Have something on the side because one of those days it's going to be gone like this, and then it can fuck up your whole life or your whole mood. But a lot of people do want to rely on content. They want to go all in, and it's just like it's such a bad idea, especially with how often people fall off of content creation. And you see it all the time. Like I said, you see people hopping on YouTube, changing topic left and right, left and right, left and right, or people like crying on camera, and it's because their views are down. And I'm like, damn. I'm like, people really put like I'm like, oh, you put too much on it. Say, hey mate, are you currently by any chance looking for someone experienced to edit your videos? No, I'm not. Um, I feel like I don't really mind editing right now. I think of course my editing isn't perfect, but I'm one of those people where I'm like, I could practice editing on my own videos. You know what I mean? I could get better at editing if I continue to try and edit my own videos and do it for a certain amount of time. My first couple of videos with my editing wasn't so great. I feel like now I've gotten a little bit better, but it's nothing too crazy. They got you made appreciate it, yes sir. Sissy, my nephew said only. Hey, listen, that's definitely a motivation. So only for the bread. Some people is definitely for the bread. Said how long is your hair? Cause I want to see. I bet you 2 days as fuck. I was gonna say I think it's probably like 7 streams ago. You could see. I think I literally have my hair like down here. So if y'all want to check that stream out. You're beautiful. Thank you. Hi. Hello. But no, yeah, man. But I remember having to fit, content creation, and I still do it now, fit it around work, around studying, around life. And I think that's where a lot of people underestimate how difficult it is as well. Like, I feel like it's definitely a lot harder for someone who works a job and pursues content creation because it's like you do have to work around everything to then fit a video in there, and if you're trying to make it anything worthwhile, it takes a minute. They don't see, you sitting there trying to come up with a title. They don't see you checking analytics, wondering if you completely missed the mark. They don't see you checking the average view duration, wondering why people clicked off, rewatching the video at that exact point to see why people clicked off. If you personally would have clicked off, And honestly, that's fair, right? They only see the final product. But as a creator, you see all of it. And that's what makes it stressful sometimes. There have been days where I've spent hours making something and then it almost would get no views. But my biggest thing that I try to remind myself is like, let's say a video even gets 20 views, 10 views. 10 to 20 people took time out of their day to pick my video and watch it. At the end of the day, that's still something. The reason why it doesn't feel like anything is because there's so much content creators that get a lot more views. But for me, I just love to build a community. I love to be around people who actually support the content, but also too people who are actually inspired by the content. That's my biggest goal. I feel like I would choose to inspire thousands of people before getting hundreds of thousands of views and getting paid. I would want people to, you know, just want to pursue whatever they're learning, right? Currently, my YouTube channel is about learning different topics. I've learned web dev, I learned IT support. Eventually, we're going to go to a college, and we're going to go through college together. And I just want to inspire people that if you are learning something, especially working a 9 to 5, you're not alone. You have me right here who's documenting the entire way. Come do it with me. But yeah, said hi, hello. He said, and I got you. He said, average woman weighs 195 pounds. Don't have a joke to go with it. Just a crazy factoid. That's crazy. I never knew. I think I weigh 133. So how to be a man and work in life. I mean, I can't teach you how to be a man because for one, I'm not a man. But I think the biggest thing that I feel like I would kind of expect from a man would probably be that they are. I feel like learning and working hard. I think those are the two things that I feel like I feel like those are the two things that men are kind of lacking. Again, like I think there are men who do it, but there's like this saying now where like a lot of men will say like, "Oh, females got more masculine." But I truly do believe females if we're going to claim that as a fact, then I believe men got more feminine. There was a reason why they had to be masculine. And I think it's because there's a lot of men who've been talked into things like own your own business and do this. And I'm not saying those things are bad, but the people who don't do it tend to just not work at all. So it turns into a bunch of men who just aren't doing anything. And then that does end up forcing the woman to have to go out there and do it, right? So it's kind of like, I feel like that's the biggest thing is like I would personally say from my perspective, I don't know for sure. I think to just continue learning, try to get better 1% every day, and work hard in whatever job you are pursuing and doing, and just don't not do anything. Like I don't know. I just feel like there's too many people out there who just aren't doing anything. It's like no, keep going. So not trolling, genuinely asking, do we judge people who do OF? Do I judge them? I feel like I don't judge them because I don't like to judge anybody. But it depends on your definition of judge. Because some people will think if I think it's wrong, they'll be like, "Oh, you're judging them." I would disagree. I don't think that's being judgmental. I just can say what I would think is wrong. But I wouldn't judge them in a sense of like, "Oh my God, you're doing like you're that's it for you. Like you're done." It's like no. I feel like at the end of the day, it's like people who do that, it's for one, not my cup of tea, and two, I feel like we shouldn't be doing those things, especially as like not even especially for an income, but just doing those things in general. But I wouldn't not treat them as people, of course. Like they're still humans, they're still people. Like I could probably, you never know, you probably talk to somebody who does do it and you wouldn't even know that they did it. You know what I'm saying? So it would just be something that I would disagree with, but I'm not gonna like hate the person. So my motivation is to learn daily. Money is paper with funny pictures on it. I have very little interest in playing games, lol. No facts. I think learning daily is huge. Grinding daily is huge. Of course there could be times where you do allow yourself a break and to relax and stuff. So I'm not saying go like crazy crazy. Um but yeah, cuz I feel like I always, cuz something I'm currently doing is that I like to learn so many different things. So eventually like I want to learn how to like fix cars and do and like fix like maybe like havoc, fix the stuff in the house. And it's kind of getting to a point where I'm noticing like I'm gonna be knowing how to do these things, but then there's gonna be men around me who don't know how to do these things. And then what I'm gonna be considered like, well, technically I'm like a masculine lesbian, but let's say like I'm straight or something. It's like, so what? I would be considered a masculine female because I could fix my AC. It's like It's like, then what are we doing? Like, I don't know. It's crazy. So Andrew Tate, what do you think about him? I never really thought too much about Andrew Tate. I felt like he was a good businessman. Like I think he definitely had good business techniques and good business ideas. Um, but I never really heard too much of his mindset. I never really watched too much of his content. So I feel like I don't know as much about Tay as I should. Yeah, I was gonna say I definitely don't. I definitely do remember like his business videos though, like back when I was like looking into running like businesses and entrepreneurships and stuff like that, kind of just trying to see the advice of the modern world. I definitely ran a lot into his content. I did see some of the stuff that people didn't like, but I don't remember it in full because it wasn't like I listened to his content every day. It was probably like I seen it on a short or a TikTok. So I don't really know. I don't really know what type of stuff he says. But yeah, man, yeah. Thank y'all for so much for tuning in though. I love y'all. I'm gonna keep this pushing, keep this going. We got about 20 more minutes left with y'all. If y'all have any more questions, what is it? Let me go see if maybe I can have. Oh wait, no, I think I still have a little bit left. And that's a hard feeling, not because I think I deserve views, which is something I feel like content creators need to remember is that we don't deserve views. At the end of the day, we are lucky if people click on our videos and watch. But because you naturally start to question yourself, was the idea bad? Was the video badly edited? Was it the title? Was it the thumbnail? Did I waste my time? And that's the dangerous part because if you let those intrusive thoughts win, it can stop you from creating. You'll convince yourself it's not working. That's why you end up seeing content creators, you know, who were possibly averaging 300,000 views, 500,000 views, and because now it's only 100,000 views, they'll disappear for a couple of months because they're worried, right? They want to be able to see if they can go back to that number, and it stops them from creating because then they feel like, well, I don't know what to create. They're trying to find the next big thing. So how old are you, dear? I'm 22, about to be 23. Said, how do you live stream? I live stream through my phone. And sometimes through my laptop. What's up, Jake? So knowledge is power. Good to have skills to be independent of others. Greed best you can. Learning skills is a big part of survival. Don't learn them at your own risk and dependence on others. Facts, bro. Facts, facts, facts. I 100% agree. Because you'll convince yourself it's not working. You'll convince yourself you're wasting your time, and then 6 months later, you'll wonder what would have happened if you kept going. And I think about that all the time, which is why for me, I just keep pushing. What would have happened? But also too, let's say people who ended up, quitting at content creation or the content that they were creating. What if I quit at 100 subscribers? I would have never made it to 2,000. Where am I at? Like 2,680 right now. I would have never made it to that point. What if I were to quit when my videos were only getting 20 views? I probably would have never even hit 100 subs if I quit. Now, what if I would have quit before monetization? I would have never got monetized. I would have never made or had 2 YouTube checks. It wasn't nothing too crazy, but I was able to get 2 YouTube checks. That's insane. You can get paid off of content. I would have never known what was possible, and that's why I kept going. Not because I know exactly where this channel is going, but because I know where it would go if I quit, right? Or because I wouldn't know where it would go if I quit, right? Or wait, no, sorry. I'm saying that wrong. I would know where it would go if I were to quit, and it would basically go nowhere. At least if I keep showing up, there will always be a chance of being able to push this content out to more people and hopefully be able to inspire more people out there to pursue the things that they want to learn. I've ran into a lot of people who feel dumb. They feel like they can't study. They feel like they can't learn anything. And what I want to do is inspire others to know you can learn whatever you put your mind to, whether it's coding, whether it's IT, whether it's something completely different. You can learn it. Just put your mind to it for 6 months to a year. You will become a different person. Honestly, I think that's how most goals work. People who eventually make it aren't always the smartest, they're not always the most talented. A lot of them just took the time and stayed long enough to see results. That's something YouTube has taught me over and over again. They stay around long enough and eventually start seeing things differently. You start understanding what works, what doesn't. You understand people, you understand attention, and most importantly, you understand yourself. Because YouTube exposes every weakness you have, your patience, your discipline, your confidence, your consistency. Everything gets tested. And that's probably why this platform has taught me more about myself than I had expected. Because something huge on YouTube is really attention. But like I said, there's people out there who are willing to put themselves really out there and do crazy shit for attention. That I'm not that person. I just like to try to be real, raw, and authentic because I don't think there's too much people out there who do come off real, raw, and authentic. I'm not saying it's like you don't see those people. It's just a little bit more harder to see someone like that who has blown up. A lot of people do fit into the concept of structured content or outrageous content, and I'm not saying it's bad that they do it. It's just not the type of content I would be into. Said true, true. Yes, sir. He said, can I get your number? Comfortable with that, or should I listen and wait? Nah, you can't get my number. I guess you can just listen and chat with me here. He said, hi, hello. How are you? I am great, man. How are you? I'm doing great, doing wonderful. I'm glad to be here today on this stream. I should have honestly got myself some soda though, because I feel drenched. And I don't even think I have soda in the fridge, so I'm gonna have to even wait another 20 minutes. But how are you guys? But yes, man, the studying's doing great, bro. I'm still kind of debating on what I plan for this next topic to be because I was going to do something that did allow for you said what do I do for a living? I work at this government job. It's a pretty decent job. Love the job. It's not mentally draining, it's not physically draining. The day goes by really quick. It could be actually boring sometimes, but they do let you kind of have your phone with you and just you can watch a video here and there depending on what you're doing. So you're in IT. No, I'm not. I want to be in IT though. I think that would be one of my dreams and one of my main goals. I would love to be in like a network engineering or cloud engineering. It's a 10K job. No, I don't know if you're asking about me. Oh, what motivates you is a 10K job? I don't know. I don't know if you're saying I have one. No, my job does not do 10K a month. So it sounds optimistic. Yes, I would love to, man. I would love to. Cloud engineer, network engineer, or architect and stuff like that. There's another position too in my current job. I could promote to something that's a little bit more technical. I would genuinely prefer that as well. I think that would be pretty lit if I could do a job that's a little bit more technical. Um, yeah, I think that'd be cool. I'll be super interested in doing that. Like either that or IT support. But then I do eventually plan to go for like a workforce certification just to have a little bit of a side hustle, something to do on the side of my current job, which will be pretty lit. So I can't wait to end up going for that. I have to enroll, I believe, by July, something like that. Hopefully everything ends up going well. So I wanted AI and data scientist to be honest, but currently I got IT support job. Hey, that's good, man. Congrats, bro. Congrats. My only problem is that I really want my IT support job to be a part of my current company because it's literally a government job. And I was looking at the entry level role because I applied for one job at one point, but I think I messed up my application, so I didn't get it. But I was applying for it, and it was an entry level IT support role for 78,000 a year. I was like, damn, brother. Or well, basically 80,000. I think it was 79. My fault. So it was like 80,000. I was like, damn. And it was like from like 79,000 I think to um it was 79,000 to like 106,000 just for an entry level. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. You're not gonna get me with that, bro. I already said it one time and never say it again. Not gonna get me with that, man. I can't believe I said it that one time. I was so mad. I was like, wow, because the person got me really good, bro. Because I'm telling you, normally when people send me messages, like I'll read it beforehand. But then what the person said, they were like, oh, it's my 6 year old daughter's birthday. And so once I seen 6 year old daughter, or 6 year old son, I was like, oh, let me say happy birthday to them. And then they put that name. I was like, damn. So seniors here in Lebanon make about 2,000 a month. Hey, that's lit. That is lit, bro. Oh, 2,000 a month. Oh, damn. That's actually well, I don't know. The money different in Lebanon? Because for us here, I feel like that's kind of like the average, maybe. Right? Like 2,000 a month is like the average for the US. I'm not sure. I don't know. I could be tripping. It could be. Well, I don't know because some jobs do pay like $15 an hour. But yeah, y'all, it's crazy, crazy world out here. Hopefully, I end up finding something though. Something. Something ends up working. Whew. But yeah, I just can't wait. I feel like by the end of this year, I'm hopefully gonna end up being like exactly where I would want to be career wise. Hopefully, though, I don't want to be too hype about it, and then that's just not the case. So we'll see, bro. We will see. I hope you guys continue to end up, enjoying this live stream. Double tap the stream if you guys want to leave a like. If you guys want to hit that subscribe button and come back for another stream, definitely y'all can do that as well. That would be really dope, really nice. If y'all want to do that, hit that subscribe button. I come live every single day. I probably tomorrow might go live on my horizontal stream. I might not. It really depends. Just bear with me, y'all. Y'all can catch me in either one. I am gonna put up my 12-hour study stream today if y'all want to go and hop into that. The 12-hour study stream, though, is literally if you are studying for 12 hours, y'all can just study along. If you're not studying for 12 hours, then y'all don't really got to. If y'all want to support me, y'all can keep it on, though. That would be very helpful if y'all want to do that. So I hope you the best so that I live in my imagination. Damn. Don't we all, man? Don't we all? Life be lifing sometimes, bro. Life be lifing. So I definitely understand. Because honestly, I'm not gonna hold you. The problem is that this life, I mean, this economy, just getting worse and worse and worse. It's not even funny. Not even funny. It doesn't seem like anything is gonna be getting any better neither. So I don't know, man. I do not know what it is, but hopefully things do start to get better. Hopefully we could figure it out. Ooh, oh no, this first shift. But no, yeah. So thank y'all so much, by the way, for chilling with me, rocking with me. I love y'all so much. Hope you guys ended up enjoying this live stream. I was actually no, I think I have 10 more minutes. My fault. I have 10 more minutes, y'all. Simply my fault. Let's continue. Ooh, you know what I could do tomorrow? I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do like a live job hunting stream. Maybe. Actually, I don't know. Maybe. Said hi. I said at least you don't live in the Middle East. Maybe. He said, hi, I'm new here, but keep going. Never give up. Ignore the haters. I wish you good luck. Hey, thank you so much, Ryan. Thank you so much. So, what the F in Egypt? You work for $50? Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Damn. Let me see if I have another YouTube video idea for y'all. I'm still trying to finish. I mean, not YouTube video idea, sorry. Questions. If I have any questions to end up asking you guys. Which one? Which one? Let me do this. Let me do this. Y'all can answer this away. What's a skill you spent months learning? Or years. It could be months or years, but I'm gonna just put months. A skill you spent months learning, y'all. What has it been? What has it been? Oh, I was gonna add a sticker. They played me. Probably computer vision. Ooh. Of course, mine's web dev, IT, content creation's a skill. I'll say that. Those are my three. Bro, I feel like I have like little to no energy. I don't know why. Today must have really just like flew by. But then again, I think yesterday I fell asleep really late. So maybe that's why I'm feeling super freaking tired, man. I'm feeling like really tired type stuff. Crazy. But alright. Alright, yeah, maybe I am just gonna end it because I don't have it in me. I feel genuinely exhausted. It's not even funny, man. I wish I could have lasted and stayed on a little bit longer, y'all. Sometimes I'd be staying on for like an hour and 30 minutes, bro. I'd be staying on for like an hour and 30 freaking minutes. But I don't know. Today's not, bro. Really? Today's definitely not gonna be one of those days, man. Or maybe I could just take you out with me because the problem is that I think I'm just feeling to like not be in this room no more. Like I know my lighting's gonna be a little bit messed up, but I'm just thirsty, bro. So I guess I'm taking y'all with me to just get some damn soda. But no, yeah, man, I've really been in deep thought though, just kind of about what I really want for the next series on this channel because it's coming up shortly. Simply because I'm just waiting, to kind of pass this core two or possibly fail it, who knows. And I'm just trying to get to that point hopefully, if I pass or fail, not even, regardless if I pass or fail, I feel like I'm going to still feel, decent enough to move on and go to the other topics or the next topics. So I'm just hoping that I just know exactly what I want to do because I have two ideas. Um, but one of them kind of reminds me of like, well, what is the main goal? Like, what would I be learning if I pursued that other idea? And so some of it is kind of, a little bit difficult. A little bit difficult, man. So the only hope to our nation is traveling abroad. I said, hello, I seek to learn computer science. Hey, that's dope, man. I still kind of don't know what I would want to go for as a degree. Right now, I'm probably going to be doing like a trade for a side hustle. But as a full blown degree, I'm still a little bit iffy because I know I would want to do something tech wise, but it's just so hard. Sometimes with tech, like I think people could do it, but sometimes it just really is hard. So I would recommend a genetic AI so that I learned English for enough time. A genetic AI, that would actually be pretty good too. That would honestly be pretty good. Not gonna cap. That's not a bad idea. But yeah, because I definitely want to learn something. But I think for me, it's like with my next topic of learning, I kind of want it to be a little bit more visual. I think what I learned a little bit is that when people see you learning something like with IT support, I don't know necessarily if it was that it was IT support or if maybe because there wasn't anything really physically I could show. Because most of it, like, yes, I could have shown stuff of me doing things on my laptop, but it's not too much. Like maybe people would have wanted to see me fix computers or repair computers or add RAM or something. And maybe that would have been a little bit more interesting. But because I am studying for like an exam, it would be a little bit tougher to try to implement that. So I kind of learned that I would want something that is a little bit more hands-on learning. Like with web development, that one was a really good topic because I was able to show you guys me either learning it through Free Code Camp, which is just a website that teaches you how to code, and but it makes you build websites. So you can visually see everything that's happening that you're learning. But then two, I was building like a website future client series. And then I was building, games with the knowledge that I had. I think there was a couple of like miniature apps that I built and stuff. So I was kind of trying to see like what is something similar like that where it's definitely more hands-on-y and you're gonna see me actually doing stuff. Um, so that's probably like the toughest thing for me to kind of try and like figure out. But I mean, I don't know, maybe I could end up figuring it out, in all honesty. I do have a couple like I think I have like almost 2 weeks or maybe like a week and a half to kind of figure it out. So I'm just kind of thinking like maybe if I just give it some time, I'll probably, see it by then. You said, "Are you a Christian?" I believe in Christ. I don't really like to align with a specific religion because I think a lot of it has some like negative connotation behind it sometimes. Because some people may have had bad experiences with Christians. So I normally just say I believe in Christ, but basically, yes, it would be the Christian belief I do have. So you are a student right now in medicine. Hey, that's fire, bro. Congrats. Keep it going. Make sure you end up doing it. So I guess the hardest part for an IT person is to decide which field does he want. I feel like with me, I already know what field I'm interested in. I think I'm just thinking more content wise, like because I already know everything that I want to do in real life, like what I want to study. But I feel like content wise, I don't know how to portray it to making it something interesting for somebody else. Like why would somebody else care about what I'm learning? Um you know what I mean? Because of course I do content creation on the side as well. Content creation is my second like side hustle, or my first side hustle. And then when I go to get this separate certification, that's gonna be my second side hustle. So I feel like with content, um, I always want to learn how could I portray that. Also, too, with content, I love to inspire people as well. So I'm just kind of thinking like, what is a way where I could change something that normally people keep hidden and they don't like to reveal to people and kind of make it interesting so that people can watch it and like it. And I feel like with IT support, there's not too much that you could really show to keep people interested. I remember back when I was doing my coding content, that did good because it was visual. So I kind of like I'm stuck between what I want to do when I pass the core two, and I'm kind of in that bridge before I go to college. Said, I guess oh wait, I would read that. I said I want. Oh, that's crazy work. Oh no, he said true. No facts, bro. Facts, facts, facts. That's currently where I'm at, like mentally. There is like I'm trying to think of like a specific or good content idea for that bridge gap before I end up going to college and document that journey. I need something that's a little bit more visually pleasing. Um, and that could be interesting and obviously has kind of like a purpose of why I'm back there, like why I'm doing this specific topic again. So we're gonna end up figuring it out, man. We're gonna end up figuring it out, but I think it's gonna be really fun. I'm glad to be taking y'all along the journey. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button. If you guys want to see me live again, I should be live tomorrow, I believe, or maybe either around 8 p.m. EST or 7 p.m. EST, whichever one. I'm gonna be live. So if y'all want to hit that sub button to come join me, y'all can definitely come and join me. Um, there was something else I wanted to let y'all know too. Oh yeah, make sure, by the way, if you guys are interested in my videos, make sure you guys end up tuning into my last video. It basically is going to show y'all me traveling and explaining a little bit about what is going on to an extent and how my future is eventually going to end up being changed, man. So if y'all want to end up watching that video, definitely go watch it. Get right up into that. Catch y'all. And the next one, this is Marzi signing off. Deuces, brother. Love y'all. Love y'all. Y'all are super goated.